It's the Southern Senpai Show, where small-town Southerners explore big-time Japanese entertainment, anime, manga, and everything in between. Here's your hosts, Nicholas and DJ.
What's going on, y'all? It's Southern Senpais, two Southern guys exploring Japanese culture together. I'm Nicholas.
I'm DJ.
And what do we got going on today, DJ?
Okay, all right. So, it's no secret that our last several episodes have all been watch-alongs.
Right.
Mainly because of...
Why is that, DJ?
So, we did one watch-along of Jujutsu Kaisen. Nicholas was not a fan of the series.
No, still not.
But we said we'll do a watch-along for the second season. For the first episode. And then maybe if that was popular, if you guys liked it, we'll do more of that. And it became the most popular thing we've ever done. So
the most popular thing we ever did. And I think it was just to spite me. Like I think that's what you guys did. But
because like the regular numbers that we usually have, it's like it basically tripled. Right. So hey, great job, guys. I think it's hilarious.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate all the love. But the second season of Jujutsu Kaisen, the episode 1 through 5 is a little bit different than like it seemed like the rest of it. So we were like, okay,
they were like speed running that story.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy. You have first of all, so in this second season they have the Star Vessel and Gojo is like young and he's with Satori.
Yeah, Satori.
Yeah, who looks like Buddha for some reason.
Right,
like
from from the Netflix anime. What's the?
I mean, Buddha's from he's not from anime.
No, but I'm talking about...
Buddha from that anime.
You watching too much anime, Nicholas.
He looks like if Buddha worked at H&M. That's what he looks like. He looks like if Buddha worked at H&M.
He dressed like he works at H&M.
Right. So, and I guess he's the antagonist for the movie, and it kind of shows like where they're coming from and how that happened. Right. So they had to protect this person who's a star vessel for reasons that are really too complicated to need to remember. But all you need to know is that they got to protect this chick.
Yeah.
And to wear them down, this guy, he puts a bounty on their head, so a whole bunch of people try to attack them. And then once they're all super tired, this guy, straight up stabs Gojo in the back and basically kills him, which was crazy because he's Gojo.
Right. Well, at first, when he stabs him in the back, he's just like, what's this?
Oh, it's like a pin through a pin through what do you say? It's like putting a pin through a sweater. It's like, it's not a big of a deal.
And then this man proceeds to wipe the floor with Gojo. Like,
vollywop that man.
Like, Gojo's even like, yo, what's going on? Like, what happened? Like,
Gojo is like, I control space and time, and this regular guy with no powers is just wiping me, bro.
Just absolutely wiping him. He made the heavenly pact with a devil.
Yeah, he made a heavenly pact with some like demon or something like that. So he's super strong and super fast, but like, that's it. Gojo is like a messiah figure. This man is like too powerful basically to even need to exist.
And this man is stabbing him up, slicing him up, just like
multiple stab wounds, all this other stuff, talking mad shit. I ain't gonna lie, he's my favorite character of the whole series. Cause it almost seems like I was telling Nicholas this. It almost seems like the writer was like, "Oh, I heard you guys you had some issues with the first season. What if I just went around and started killing the characters? Will that make you happy?"
I just murked him.
Yeah.
Just like,
and it's like, I mean, kinda. I kinda like that.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I don't like the series, so watching Gojo,
the writer was
liked up. I was like, hey, might be on board with this. Plus, these fight scenes are phenomenal.
Yeah, the animation in it, put the story aside, it doesn't really matter what you think about the story. The animation is top notch. Mappa is really going all out,
dude. And like they're like whole really speed running all of this, being like, oh yeah, hey, listen, I understand that you're the star vessel, and you're supposed to integrate yourself, but also when they get there. Hey, if you want to do this, That's cool. If you don't want to do this, look, you can come along with us and we'll have adventures.
Right. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. I don't want to die. Thank you.
And then all of a sudden, this man with a Glock. This is magic anime. And DJ was like, oh shit, he pulled out the Glock.
This is all magical, like, oh, you know, they have demon powers and stuff like that. The man said, hey, fuck all the magic bullshit. I pulled out the blicky.
Just straight up headshots this girl.
Headshot.
And the thing is you never know if these people are like truly dead, right?
Right, because Gojo comes back. No, she they wrap up her body and stuff like that. The man's like, yeah, I'm the antagonist, bitch. What about me?
Dude,
and the only reason the Satoru lives is because he's like, I was gonna kill you, but you have a whole bunch of cursed spirits inside of you. So, you know, I kind of don't feel like having to kill all of them. That's the only reason you're alive. Oh yeah, and you're supposed to be some Jujutsu Kaisens or like, sorcerers supposed to be way better than other people. He's like, yeah, I want you to remember this. You and all your special bullshit, I'm a regular monkey, and I just beat your fucking ass. The only reason you're still alive is because it will be a slight inconvenience to me that you die.
Dude, I was just like, bro, dude, this is wild. And the thing is we didn't know if Gojo was like dead for real.
It seemed like he was the throat, the head stabbed, the leg, and all that stuff. He was, bro, his corpse like flying on his eye and shit. Like, I was like, yo.
We were like, is this dude for real? So Gojo dies. Then the Star Vessel dies. Then Satori dies. Well, he almost
brink of death. This I ain't gonna lie, he's one of my favorite antagonists of the whole series.
This man is just speed running, wally mopping people.
Yeah, and apparently he's like Megami's dad. And he's like, yeah, I have some kid who's like a jujutsu sorcerer. But I don't care about that.
and then Satori goes from being like, yeah, I protect the weak to, man, fuck the weak.
He comes like this, just like Jujutsu Sorcerer Hitler.
Dude, and then he like takes over the Star Religious group, and he's like, yeah, this is my shit now.
Right, like, okay, so first of all, he has a talk with some blonde lady who just like, because he's like, you know what, why are we dying for these helpless monkeys? And really, he's just mad because someone beat his ass. Like, think about your life. All right, in your life, there are many ups and downs. This is what happens when a rich person loses once. And someone who's not used to losing, they become evil as fuck. Bro, he took one L his whole life and changed into Hitler. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Dude, I was like, and he's like, whoa. And the two wolves story, he was just like, well, you have two feelings inside of you, and you get to choose which one you feel. I was like, did they just rip off the two wolves story? Like,
this fucking
what?
This anime is crazy. Bro, you lose once, and so that's your reason for becoming Hitler? Like, seriously? Like, you don't just take an L. First of all, it wasn't like he lost to like a regular person. This guy, obviously, he kills Gojo, he kills the stars, but he's a professional.
Yeah.
Just because he doesn't have powers doesn't mean that he's not good at what he does. And he had all these other demons and stuff like that with him, and he has a heavenly pact, so he's like a superhuman. So, borderline, he's kind of like a sorcerer like you, he just doesn't have the sorcerer powers.
Right.
So he has to use weapons. So,
right.
Why are you so... he's just... so, and actually kind of like, now that I think like Satori, like, that's kind of... You're trying to be Madara so hard, but here's the issue. You're kind of just a bitch, bro. You're kind of just mad because you took one L. Like, at least Madara had like a whole bunch of L's and was like in a war and stuff like that. You had one fight that you lost, and all of a sudden...
You're like... Get used to this. What does Madara say? He's like, the longer you live, all you'll hear and see is pain and suffering. And this... But that was over his whole life. This man took one L in high school.
One L as a 15-year-old and was like,
The world is fucked.
the puberty hit this man like a pack of bricks.
It's like you're like 15 years old and one girl rejects you. It's like, fuck all women. And you're just
going
like,
down the Andrew Tate alpha male rabbit hole.
Dude, like, not everybody is everybody's type. Like, just... What are you doing?
This is the equivalent of like imagine you you run track, right? And first of all, you're not the fastest kid in your school, but you're the second fastest kid. And the first fastest kid is your best friend. So you don't really care, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you two are the two fastest people in the entire school. Then you have a race one day with someone from a different school, and he just so happens to win first place, right? Once. And you're like, track is cheating, track is evil, I quit track, I'm never gonna run again. Bro, hey, man. Sometimes you take L's, dog. That's the way it works.
That's the way it works. And then, so we thought that Gojo was really dead. We were like, oh, okay, so they're taking this into a new arc. They're taking this...
Gojo in the future must be some sort of zombie or something.
Yeah, and then this man shows up like...
This man tweaking. This man Gojo showed up with all of his scars. He's like, yeah, it's really me. I timed the negative energy, and made plus energy. That's how I healed myself. And like the antagonist, the guy who just killed Gojo and just killed the Star's vessel and just mollywopped fucking Satoru was like, there's something wrong with this person.
He's like, and then he's floating and he's just like, oh, the world is so beautiful.
I don't even hate anyone anymore. It's so high. Even the guy who's like evil is like, yo, there is something off about this person.
Hey, man, you good?
He made the bad guy concerned for him.
He was like, I don't know what's going on with this guy. Like,
yeah, he's like, yeah, I can totally handle this guy. You know what? Fuck it, I'll just kill him a second time. Bro, that Gojo goes off on this man. He just dodges a whole bunch of his blades and then, like, while being so bad, just like snaps his fingers and just obliterates half of this dude's side.
Yeah, and then the dude's just like cupping all the blood, and he's just like, look at this blood. And you're just like, what are you doing, dude?
Because he's like, usually I would have just ran away because it's not for money, but like, I wanted to prove that I'm better than this guy. And I'm like, what, the crazy guy who says he's now the god of this world and is floating in the sky and you killed, but now brought himself back to life like he's Jesus Christ and is so powerful at this moment, he's not even concerned with you attacking him. That guy, you should run.
Yeah,
you should
definitely run. He was not even like, he was just chilling, like he was just on an airbed.
Yeah, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. When a person in anime, when you're fighting someone and they're not concerned with any of your attacks and is just super happy, you should be concerned.
Yeah,
you
should definitely be concerned.
You should be concerned. If you're fighting someone and they're happy about it, that's an issue.
That's an issue.
If you're trying to kill someone and they're happy about it, that's a fucking issue.
It's like if you were at a bar and you're about to fight somebody and they were like, hey, let's go, man. And you're just like,
you get first hit. You'd be like, nah.
I'm sorry.
Nah.
Whatever it is we were fighting about, I'm good.
I apologize. That's on me.
That's like Kevin Hart whenever he had, in one of his specials, he was about to fight this dude who got in his parking space.
Yeah.
And his mom was like, hey, fuck this guy. He's like, yeah, fuck this guy. And then the dude he slaps both of his knees like, what's up? And he's like, you know what, man? You got it.
That man took a karate stance or something. He's like, whoa.
And the mom was like, go ahead. And he's like, nah, I'm good. This dude... I don't know what this dude knows. So
I don't know what this man's on.
This is all over a parking spot. I all of a sudden just became white.
You know what's crazy? I don't like this all of these. I want to go back to this, talking about this animation real fast. These are like regular TV shows. I'm not gonna like
20-minute episodes.
Yeah, I will say the only time I've seen animation like this good recently, ironically, was they had some sort of like Teenage Mutant Nickelodeon had some sort of like TMNT. Like TV show recently where they did was like before they were the Ninja Turtles. Mm-hmm. So I guess they're like actual children in the show where they're like fighting the Shredder. And if you watch it, there's a lot of like, it looks like this kind of where it's like has all those crazy animation sequences, right? And a lot of people who, when you watch it, you're like, oh, clearly this is very influenced by anime because it's like just wild. But at the same time, all of this is still 2D animated, right? Like the American style, they're more like concerned about story and stuff like that. But they've concerned themselves with the story and script to the point to where they forgot about the execution.
Right.
They forgot about how good the execution needs to look too. And Japan has taken that section and just ran with it. So I feel like, I don't know, eventually there's going to be, if in the East, they have really good animation. In the West, they have really good stories. Bro, Middle East, what's going on? What's
Middle
going
East,
on,
come
guys?
together. Come together, man.
Be the bridge.
We'll save the world through anime.
Right, exactly. You know what might happen? What if like Africa, out of nowhere, the whole continent of Africa, like in Nigeria, Uganda, they just start producing anime.
Just
That's like,
start producing samurai Champloo, just clones.
Giant levels, and you're like, how are they doing this? And it's like, well, we're kind of here in the middle. So we took a couple Americans, took a couple Japanese people, and put them in a Korean studio, and yeah.
Dude, I mean, do you think they eventually will come together?
I don't know if I'll be alive to see it, but God, I hope so.
Well, hopefully the new Naruto stuff that's coming out is gonna be pretty good.
Hopefully the new Avatar Last Airbender stuff is coming out. It's gonna be good. Hopefully I'll be honest with you, I'm so sick and tired of saying that to everything and being let down so many times. I am beaten. The amount of times I've said, oh, I hope this new season is gonna be good, or new this is gonna be, it's just not. Because regardless of which, when you watch it, when the new Naruto or Boruto, whatever they're doing, when the new one comes out, you're gonna watch it, and what's the first thing that's gonna come in your mind? Oh, but it's not Naruto. So it doesn't really. It could actually be better. Irrelevant.
Because the nostalgia is not gonna let you.
Irrelevant.
And there's people that are already going to complain about it, no matter what.
Yeah. So and also people. The nostalgia does something interesting where because you have such a positive experience overall, some things that actually sucked really hard, you just don't remember. I recently rewatched the bridge arc, the Naruto bridge arc, the first real arc in Naruto, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bro, that pacing is horrendous. Horrendously slow. They are in that ice chamber, when the guy makes a whole bunch of those ice mirrors and stuff like that, they're in there way too long. To the point to where most of the episode is just inner monologues of them, and they just the camera just panning to the side as they stand there, just stare at each other. And I'm just this is great. There's great parts in it.
Oh, come on, are you scared?
Yeah, there's really great parts in it, right?
Yeah.
But
and that's the only parts you remember.
They're and then when Naruto freaks out, right? But it's they're sprinkled in on so many episodes. You're like, yo, what is going on? And I don't know if it's because of the change of times, people used to faster pacing or whatever, but bro, I honestly, I was like, yeah, do I have to 2x this? I have to watch this at twice the speed. What is going on?
And the reason why we were talking about Naruto is because Jujutsu Kaisen is a Naruto carbon copy.
Yeah, and I think that's also why this beginning of the season was almost necessary, because I felt like everyone felt that way. I mean,
yeah.
It's not a secret, us saying oh, the first season of Jujutsu Kaisen is basically Naruto. That's not a secret. Everyone knows that the man has a demon inside of him, and now he's part of the school. It's not even subtle. The teacher has white hair, but is super powerful. He has a friend who has dark black spiky hair, but he's aloof, right? The only difference is that they don't have the Sakura, because the girl in this one is more useful, and she's also a bitch. Well, so I guess they're the cooler versions, quote unquote, of the Naruto gang. But outside of that, everyone kind of feels like the same. So I think this second season was him saying okay, but I can't do different stuff. I did all this other stuff, so that way they would pay me. All right, because no one wanted to buy any of my stuff that I was trying to do. So let me make all this bullshit stuff, so then I can try to do some other stuff. If this is the direction that he's going, in this vastly different direction, because I'll say this, Buddha Madara, he's not my favorite, but it's different, at least, right? Then the guy who mollywopped all the protagonists, I like that guy. I'm a big fan.
More of that guy.
Right. But if he's going to take it in this vastly different direction, because now apparently starting episode 6, you're going back to the original crew, right, from the first season. If he decides to take it in this vastly different direction, I think it'll be really good. Not the anime per se, but I think it'd be good for the story at least to say like, okay, I can't be doing that shit no more. I'm trying to go do some originals.
Do you think he made that first season like, this is what the studios want me to make, and this is the only way I'm going to be able to make this and do this? Mm-hmm. I understand the intense hatred and backlash I'm going to get for it, and I'm just going to take that on the chin, and then if I get a second season, I'm going to introduce my story and my characters in the way I want to tell it.
I mean, clearly it worked. The first part of the second season doesn't even have the main character in it.
Yeah.
Not even the secondary characters in it, or the third character.
I mean, what you were telling me that there's this really great rapper, but he makes all the songs in like SpongeBob voices.
Yeah, so there's this rapper. It's called Glorb. Glorb. So basically, he was a producer, right? So he wanted to make music, and we wanted rappers to be on it and stuff like that. No one liked any of his stuff, and no one or really more cared. I would just say, not that people didn't like it, because his stuff is actually pretty good, but it's like no one cared. So as a marketing employee, he's like, well, everyone likes SpongeBob, so what if I made a SpongeBob rapping really good? Which is actually something that's super popular on YouTube. A lot of people do it now, where they have the SpongeBob raps, right? So it's like a marketing thing, right? I'm going to take something that everyone loves, do some sort of little twist on it, right? So everyone watches it. Because you saying like, oh, this is just some Naruto ripoff, it puts it in your mind.
Right.
You're not thinking about all the other animes that like, oh, okay, well, this one's original, but I don't really care about it, right? You're thinking like, oh, Jujutsu Kaisen sticks in my mind because I'm comparing it to something else. But that's a good marketing tactic, right? Soon, everyone's talking about it. Like, even when you say like, oh, I don't like something, if you go up to your friend and you'll say, oh, hey, I don't like this beer.
You're still bringing awareness to it.
Right. So then your friend's going to say, okay, you don't like this beer? I trust your opinion and I trust your judgment. Okay? Because you're my friend. Then they're going to go to the bar, and when they're deciding a list of different beers, all of them, they're going to sound the same. She's not going to remember the names of anyone. But when that bartender says the beer that you say you didn't like, your friend's going to be like, oh, wait a minute. I remember this one. Mm-hmm. Because Nicholas said he didn't like this one. So I might not get it, but I remember it, right?
Or maybe I'm going to get it just to see what I think.
Right. And let somebody else say that they like it. Now you have to try it.
Right.
It doesn't take another, like it doesn't matter if like 85 people said they didn't like it. All it needs to take is one person on the other side of the spectrum to be like, oh, okay, well, now I need to make my own decision. It's a great marketing tactic. Fantastic marketing tactic. And if that was his marketing tactic, clearly it worked. This man had, after one season and movie, released in America.
Yeah. Dude was coasting, man. Just
Jujutsu Kaisen outsold a lot of regular... It's an excellent marketing tactic. Like, fantastic. And I think that now if he takes it in a different direction, he can start to kind of really be something that's truly separate. Because I actually kind of like, I'm not going to say, I like these little 5 episodes way better than I did like the entirety of the first season. Like, way better. First of all, guns.
Yeah. And fight scenes. And
yeah, like the fight scenes in this one were, to me, way better.
Way better.
Yeah.
I was like, this is not bad. I still don't like it. But,
Yeah. So, but because, we made a promise to you guys, we gotta finish watching it. So, but yeah. Well, what's your final verdict? So, I know you don't like the first season.
Right.
Right. So, I'm going to give you a different scale from like hate, don't like, meh, okay, and I kind of like it. What is the in these first 5 episodes you say?
Don't like.
So, it's not hate. Because you hated the first season.
Yeah.
Man,
I still don't like it.
Oh my gosh. But for me, I'll go meh. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I think it's hard for me to judge off these only 5 episodes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's super hard for me to even give a real judgment. But, yeah, guys, so that was this is kind of our review on episode 1 through 5 on the second season of Jujutsu Kaisen. And, yeah, I'm DJ.
I'm Nicholas.
And we'll see you next time.
See you.
This has been Southern Senpais on Comic-Con Radio. Check out our previous episodes at ComicConRadio.com. You can follow the show at Southern Senpais on all major social media platforms. Tune in next Wednesday for a fresh episode. Y'all come back now. You hear?